All right, YouTube, you've unavoidably seen that Donald Trump and Arnold Schwarzenegger are at each other's throats. They don't like each other. They're jabbing one another. They're trading insults. But I'm here to tell you something that you'd understand if you'd paid attention to maybe reality TV for some time. Of course, when I was just getting old enough where I could watch, more of the mature shows, everything was reality TV. Like before that, it's all Nickelodeon stuff. That was fine. After Survivor, everything just went down the tube. Like the last good thing that was on was like Jackass, something like that. Honestly, at the time that it was on, that was pretty funny. Other than that, there's, let's say, not a whole lot. Maybe Ancient Aliens. Ancient Aliens and all the thousands of Hitler documentaries that the History Channel did. That's about the last thing that was worth watching on TV, including TV news. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Donald Trump do not dislike each other. In fact, the reason that they're doing this, in all likelihood, is the same reasoning behind why Trump and Rosie O'Donnell pretended not to like one another and went full in character. You gotta remember, what do Trump and Schwarzenegger have in common? They're actors. Trump on The Apprentice, in most other things, even in his negotiations, he plays an actor, a caricature. It's like having a poker face. You're saying one thing, something totally different is true. That's the way that it works within business. It's all artifice. The world is a stage. Everything is theater. Literally everything around you is already an illusion. It's completely human artifice. Laws are human artifice. Punishment is human artifice. Morality is human artifice. Money itself is completely worthless. It's pieces of paper. It's human artifice. Gold has no intrinsic value. It's only given an artificial value by human beings. So I'll tell you this. Schwarzenegger and Trump know how to market themselves. What fucking better way to market themselves than to do this? All of a sudden, people who may not have heard of The Apprentice before, they're checking it out. Especially if they don't like Trump. Because, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he typically plays the good guy. All throughout everything. What does Arnold play? He's the action hero. He just killed 1,000 commies. He killed a bunch of Nazis. He killed a bunch of primitive savages to rescue his girlfriend. Something like that. That's what Arnold Schwarzenegger has done with his life. He's the good guy. He's tough. He's obviously, he'll rip your arms off, but he's the good guy sort of archetype. What's Trump played his entire life? The bad boy archetype. That's what he's been. He's the malicious, money-grasping businessman, the populistic candidate who kind of is a little bit too aggressive at times. He's sort of the bad guy, even within wrestling, when he did that crap there. He sort of played the slightly malicious trickster figure, almost a Satan figure when you think about it, the mischievous imp of sorts. The very, very moneyed guy who will sit there, he'll take your abuse, and then he'll pay somebody else to beat the crap out of you or something like that. What do you fucking think they're doing? This is all reality politics. They know what they're doing. Schwarzenegger, he's been a governor before. A lot of people wanted him to run for the presidency. By the way, having somebody with that kind of skill set in the U.S. presidency would be a good thing. It'd be wonderful. If Schwarzenegger were potentially eligible to be the U.S. president, I'd vote for him in a heartbeat. Unfortunately, he's not because he was born in Austria. He's sort of like Ted Cruz in that respect. Otherwise, yeah, I'd vote for Arnold Schwarzenegger. It wouldn't matter whether it was Trump or Schwarzenegger. Their views are roughly similar. They've been friends. They're not enemies. They're doing this for show. Rosie O'Donnell. Yeah, maybe leftist, loudmouth, fat, whatever you want to call her. She's friends with Donald Trump. When she had her feud with Donald Trump, it wasn't that they actually disliked one another. They probably called each other beforehand and said, hey, if we do this, we're going to make so much money. We're going to get so much attention. Even more people, they're going to know about Trump, whatever, Trump steaks, Trump wine, Trump Mar-a-Lago. They're going to know about your show. They're going to know about Rosie O'Donnell's new book, Rosie O'Donnell's memoir, something like that. It was mutually beneficial. It's the best way for people to market themselves. You pretend to have a feud with somebody who's maybe sort of on your level or something like that as far as fame and or wealth and or power goes. You pretend not to like them, and you both strengthen yourself in the process. Politicians do this all the time. A lot of Republicans and Democrats, they agree in spirit on like 90% of all the issues. They pretend not to like each other. At the end of the day, they go out for drinks together. They go out and fuck one another's wives. That's what they do in DC. They don't hate each other. They're fighting on the same side. They're all wealthy. They all generally come from wealth, or they made their wealth early on in life, or they were a corporate lawyer and then they became wealthy, something like that. And they're all out to screw people. They're out to pad their own wallets, ultimately maintain the neocon, neolib status quo. Now, Trump and Schwarzenegger, on the other hand, are not political insiders, largely. Schwarzenegger, when he ran for governor, a lot of people didn't take that seriously anymore, and they took Trump seriously. We have the rise of reality TV politics, and the thing that's making this possible is that career politicians, the so-called respectable politicians, people who were lawyers and judges and entered politics and have been there for 30 years, they've done nothing good for anybody. So it's allowing a totally different group of people to capitalize upon things. Look at when Schwarzenegger actually rose to power. There was a porn star running at the time. I think there was a clown that was running for the office as well, among other people. They were all, at some point, they were all technically viable. Schwarzenegger, of course. He had the most name recognition, the most money to put up for a campaign. And he was sensible. He's saying he did a good job as governor. Now, Trump and Schwarzenegger don't hate each other. This isn't a real feud. You can look at what they're saying. It's in humor. Trump goes to the prayer dinner, or prayer breakfast, or whatever the fuck. It's supposed to be this sort of holier-than-thou event, and he's cracking jokes. He doesn't give a fuck about Jesus Christ or some evangelical crap sentiment. He doesn't care. He's probably an atheist. Arnold Schwarzenegger, you think he really feels badly, or does he know what Arnold Schwarzenegger's doing? These people love this crap. Yeah, they'll insult one another all day. At the end of the day, they find humor even in the self sort of denigration of being insulted. Because it's giving them more attention, it gives them something to do. That feud is what keeps them going. It's like their lifeblood. They love the competition. In a true capitalistic sense in many cases. They don't hate each other. No, it's completely artifice. I tell you with 100% certainty, Schwarzenegger and Trump right now are both chuckling about this. They're both benefiting from this. And they're both going to probably keep doing it because it's enjoyable and it's ingratiating to them in a fiscal level, in the sense of power, in the sense of wealth. It's a marketing strategy. It's great fun. You pretend not to like somebody. Really, you don't really give a fuck. You're just putting yourself out there to take advantage of the political or social or whatever climate, and you're getting more attention. It makes sense. When people are arranged into dichotomies, any two-person or two-organization feud, Coca-Cola and Pepsi, same fucking thing, but they pretend to be at each other's throats. Wendy's going full Pepe while McDonald's is talking about diversity or workers' rights or something. It's the same goddamn thing. You get people into two camps, and it means you can get a lot of wealth and a lot of power. Those few people who see past that see it as not necessarily a good thing for society, or in the minority, and maybe don't want to capitalize upon it for fiscal gain so much as to try to crack that system apart. But no, they're going to keep doing it. There's no reason not to. They've done it before. It works. It's just the way that things work in the world of acting, in the great theater that we call DC. No wonder Trump won. No wonder Schwarzenegger became a powerful governor and actually was almost universally applauded, including by some of his political opponents. That's about all. Peace out.